right, so buckle up because today we are really diving deep into Katt Williams's world. We're talking about his recent interview on Club Shay, and let me tell you, this was not your average celebrity puff piece. He went there, calling out some major names in comedy: Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley. He did not hold back.
Like, Williams came on this show with a purpose. It wasn't just to chat or promote anything. Yeah. It's like he's on a mission to expose what he sees as this lack of integrity in comedy, especially from guys that he considers successful but not necessarily deserving.
Yeah, and the way he tells it, it's not just like hearsay or whatever. He's got the receipts. Like, he even claims to have a photographic memory, which adds a whole other layer to this.
Oh, wow.
So right out of the gate, he comes out swinging with this accusation of joke theft against Cedric the Entertainer.
And it's not just any joke either. This is like the heart of Williams' act. His the joke he ends his set with, the one he really meticulously crafted. He even talks about working with another comedian, Mark Curry, to punch it up, which in comedy terms means like making it funnier, sharper.
So we're talking about like a seriously honed piece of material here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so picture this. Williams performs this carefully crafted joke at the Comedy Store. Cedric is in the audience, even compliments him on it. Fast forward 2 years, it's Cedric's closing joke in Kings of Comedy.
Oh, wow.
I mean, talk about...
Yeah, you can practically hear the frustration in Williams' voice when he describes this whole thing. And I think it goes beyond just the joke itself. It's about the work ethic, the originality. This is something that I think is at the core of Williams' frustration. He sees a younger generation of comedians taking shortcuts, writing coattails instead of putting in the hours.
Yeah, you definitely see this contrast, right? Like Williams with all of his, antics. He's clearly passionate about stand-up. Like, he talks about the effort, the dedication, almost like a badge of honor.
Right, and to him, that work ethic is inseparable from originality, from being true to yourself as a comedian. So to see these jokes, he considers his own being borrowed. It feels like a betrayal of that, which, it makes his anger a little more understandable.
It's interesting, though. It kind of begs the question, how much of this is Williams' personal experience versus a broader issue in the comedy world? Like, are we talking common practice here or a personal vendetta? It's a lot to unpack.
Definitely. And it's a question that goes beyond comedy, too. Like, how much originality can we really expect in any field? Where do you draw the line between inspiration and just straight up stealing? Is it different in a super competitive industry like entertainment?
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. And speaking of which, Williams doesn't just stop at Cedric. He then sets his sights on Ricky Smiley, specifically about the movie Friday After Next. So we've got this whole Friday After Next situation where Williams is saying he was supposed to have a much bigger role, specifically as Money Mike, the character that Ricky Smiley ended up playing.
Right, and this is where, like, Williams' whole thing about his photographic memory, it really comes into play. Like, he goes into so much detail, picking apart these inconsistencies in Smiley's version of events. He even, describes how he came up with the entire Money Mike persona, the look, the lines, everything.
Yeah, he even drops this bombshell about fighting to change the script, to remove a scene where Money Mike gets raped. He was, adamant that rape is never funny.
Wow.
Which, considering some of his more out there material, it's a surprisingly profound statement.
It is. It's like this weird contradiction. It suggests that he has this, really strong moral compass, a line that even he won't cross. And it makes you wonder where that comes from. Like, where does this unwavering sense of self originate?
Well, he does talk about his childhood a bit. And let's just say unconventional is putting it mildly. Growing up with parents who were Jehovah's Witnesses, teaching himself by reading the encyclopedia cover to cover, I mean, that's a pretty unique foundation.
That's wild. It makes you wonder if that's part of what shaped his comedic voice, Like that early exposure to so much information.
Yeah.
Trying to make sense of it all. I feel like that's something a lot of us learners can relate to.
Totally. That feeling of you know a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you're still searching for those, deeper truths.
Yeah.
And speaking of searching, his path to stand-up comedy was anything but direct.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a winding road.
Yeah.
Selling products door to door.
Yeah.
Working with, he puts it, ladies of the night. I mean, those experiences must have given him some stories and a pretty unique perspective on life.
For sure.
He even talks about a period of homelessness.
Yeah.
Which he credits with, giving him this real understanding of hardship. And the dangers of drugs.
It definitely adds another layer to understanding his intensity, his drive. This wasn't just some hobby he picked up in college or whatever. Comedy was an escape, like a way to claw his way out of a tough situation.
Absolutely. And that takes us right back to his work ethic.
Yeah.
This idea that success is earned, not given. It's like those early struggles fueled his fire.
Yeah.
This determination to make it on his own terms, to never compromise his vision.
Which, I mean, when you really think about it, it makes his anger toward guys like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, it makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
It's not just about jokes. It's about respect.
Totally.
Like, he sees them as not respecting the grind.
Right.
The years of hard work it takes to actually make it in comedy.
It's like he's saying, look, you haven't earned it if you're taking shortcuts.
Exactly.
It's a very specific definition of making it.
Yeah.
One that values authenticity and originality above all else.
Yeah.
And that brings us to, I think, another really fascinating aspect of Katt Williams.
Yeah.
This, like, unwavering commitment to staying true to himself.
And he's got some stories about that, for sure. Like turning down a role in Big Mama's House, too, because he refused to wear a dress.
Oh, wow.
I mean, talk about putting your money where your mouth is.
Right.
Turning down a Tyler Perry movie.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it shows you, like, he's serious about protecting his comedic style. Some things are just non-negotiable, even if it means walking away from a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
And this commitment to his values. It goes beyond just his stand-up, too. He talks a lot about his financial generosity.
Oh, yeah.
Supporting other artists. Giving back to the communities he visits.
It's like he's trying to use his success to uplift others.
Totally.
Like, I did it my way, and I'm going to help you do the same.
Exactly.
It's really refreshing to hear, honestly, especially in an industry that could be so cutthroat.
For sure.
He even talks about this idea of paying it forward, like it's some kind of karmic balancing act, which is an interesting way to look at it.
It is. It shows a different side of him, like this generosity that you might not expect from his onstage persona.
Right.
And let's not forget, for all his talk about working with ladies of the night, Williams is a family man.
Yeah, he is.
He's a father, and he clearly prioritizes his kids.
Definitely. He even talks about how important women are in his life, personally and professionally.
Absolutely.
Like, he sees women as this source of strength and support, which is really cool to hear.
So when we look back at everything we've talked about, the honesty, the dedication to his craft, this like unwavering commitment to his values, it makes you think, can you really reach that level of success without compromising who you are?
It's the question, isn't it?
It really is.
Katt Williams seems to be saying yes, but it comes at a price. And maybe that's the thing for our listeners to really consider. What price are you willing to pay for authenticity?
That's deep.
Are you willing to fight for your vision? Even if it means turning down opportunities or ruffling some feathers along the way.
Man. It's definitely something to think about. Katt Williams may be a comedian, but his story is anything but a joke. It's real. It's raw.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about what it means to be successful and stay true to yourself in a world that's constantly trying to change you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.